Hi everyone, my name is Sembukuttiye Nimshi Sulakshana De Silva and my student ID is 30457138. This presentation explains my individual contribution to the software test document developed for online backstage management system, also known as OBMS. In this presentation, I will mainly discuss my contribution towards system test cases, Gantt chart with critical path analysis, budget preparation, and other project management related activities completed as a part of software test document. This project involved developing a comprehensive software test document for online backstage management system, also known as OBMS. The document was developed based on the provided software requirement specification, software architecture, and design document, and administrator documentation, as well as user documentation. The project includes software testing activities across unit testing, integration testing, and system testing levels, while also focusing on software quality assurance and test planning and project management process. One of my main contributions to this project was preparing the system test cases for this online backstage management system. System testing focuses on validating the complete behavior of the system from the user perspective by testing end-to-end workflow and overall system functionality. This slide shows one example of system test case developed for normal user login functionality. The purpose of this test case was to verify that a normal user can successfully access the system using the appropriate role like registration, stage manager, or chairperson. The test case included the required inputs, expected outputs, pass-fail criteria, and step-by-step testing procedures. The expected results was that the user would redirect to correct dashboard or welcome page with appropriate role-based menu option displayed. This slide presents another example of system test case developed for administrator login functionality of the online backstage management system. The purpose of this test case was to verify that an administrator can successfully access the system using correct password and administrator role. The test case included the required inputs, expected outputs, pass-fail criteria, and step-by-step testing procedures. The expected outcome was that the administrator dashboard and administrator-specific menu options would be displayed after successful login. This test case was important because administrator access involved higher level system privileges and secure access control. Therefore, validating correct authentication and role-based access was a critical part of the overall testing process. These slides provide a summary of 20 system test cases developed for the online backstage management system. The test cases covered a wide range of system functionalities, including user authentication, competitor management, competition results processing, reporting, data import, and database maintenance activities. High priority test cases were mainly focused on critical system functionalities such as login validation, competitor registration, results management, report generation, and backup and restore operations, as these functions directly impact the reliability and usability of the system. Medium priority test cases include support functionalities such as bulk competitor registration, viewing section information, changing competitor sequence, and report printing. Overall, these system test cases were designed to ensure complete end-to-end validation of the online backstage management system and verify that the system behaves correctly under different users and operational scenarios. This slide presents the Gantt chart developed for software test document project using Project Library. The Gantt chart was used to plan and schedule the overall testing activities, assign work allocation among team members, and manage project timeline throughout the assignment period. The dependencies were defined using predecessor relationships to ensure a logical workflow between requirement analysis, test case development, testing execution, validation, and final documentation activities. This chart also includes critical path analysis, where the critical tasks directly affecting the final project completion timeline were identified through the dependency relationship. Any delays in these critical activities could impact the overall project submission schedule. This slide provides a detailed view of the task schedule in the work allocation used within the Gantt chart. The project activities was distributed among all group members based on their assigned responsibilities within the software test document. Tasks such as requirement review, test planning, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, documentation, budgeting, and final validation activities were scheduled across the project timeline. Predecessor relationship was also defined between activities to maintain logical testing workflow and ensure that dependent tasks were completed in the correct sequence throughout the project lifecycle. This slide presents the estimated project budget prepared for the software test document project. The budget was mainly based on labor effort and workload allocation among the 3 team members. Each member was allocated approximately 20 hours of work with an estimated hourly rate of 30 Australian dollars, resulting in total estimated project cost of 1,800 Australian dollars. Additional cost items such as Project Libre software, open source testing tools, and documentation resources were estimated at zero cost because open source softwares and university provided resources were utilized throughout the project. Overall, the budget helps estimate the effort and resource allocation required to complete the software testing and documentation activities successfully. In conclusion, this project provides a valuable experience in developing a comprehensive software test document for online backstage management system. My contribution mainly focused on preparing system test cases, Gantt chart with critical path analysis, and project budgeting activities while also supporting the overall testing and documentation process. Throughout this project, I was able to apply software testing, quality assurance, and project management concepts. Overall, the project helped strengthen my understanding of software test documentation and collaborative software development practices. Thank you.